If you are anything like me, maybe you're nothing like me, but I need help getting motivated to clean my house. And I honestly think that's pretty normal. I think a lot of people lack the motivation to do the cleaning. You know, we all want to live in beautiful houses, and then the maintaining can be honestly difficult. But recently I learned how to trick myself essentially into doing the grunt work, into cleaning my house. I have just developed a bunch of different tactics that work for me, and I figured why not share how I trick myself into cleaning my house. So if you're new here, my name is Michelle Montana. I'm an interior designer, at least aspiring to be full-time, and currently I work in TV and film. That's what essentially pays my bills until hopefully one day I can be a full-time interior designer. So recently a friend of mine shared with me that she really struggles to clean her house. And I just kind of started rattling off unsolicited advice of things that she can do to get herself to clean her house. Because like I said, that's something that I recently started developing, you know, kind of in my daily routine, is just like these little ways that I like trick myself, like, oh, do the dishes. Obviously, I know that I'm not alone in feeling like cleaning is just such a chore, you know. Until recently, I just decided, you know what, I have to trick myself, and somehow it worked. So here are my tips and tricks in how to trick yourself into cleaning your house. My first tip is actually just changing the way that you think about cleaning. Changing the way that you think about what a clean home should look like. Because honestly, I appreciate a lived-in home. Like, of course, clutter is frustrating, and to look at it, it's so frustrating. When you have a clean home, it feels really good. However, I found myself apologizing so much when people would come over and I'd have a mess. Or, you know, someone would drop in on you and you had a sink full of dishes and you're embarrassed. And instead of being embarrassed, I just started thinking, you know what, like, I live here, and this is the effect of me living in this home, and I need to be okay with that. And so when people come over, I just stopped apologizing, because it really doesn't matter. And honestly, when I go to other people's homes, do I notice this stuff? Like, not really. If there's like a good ambiance going on, I'm not really paying attention to there's a couple of extra pairs of shoes cluttered by the door, or, you know, a couple of jackets on the sofa, or a few dishes in the sink. Like, I'm not really paying attention to that, because really, if you're friends with the person or it's a family member or something, generally, like, you're just there to see that person, and like whatever the state of their home is kind of doesn't really matter. So I'd say trick your guests by having good ambiance, light some candles. You know, someone dropped in on you, you just immediately, while you're having a conversation, you walk over to the record player, you throw a record on, you light a couple of candles, and then you sit down and you don't think about the clutter around you, because it doesn't matter. So bottom line is, messes are okay. They are normal. We need to normalize them. There's nothing I love seeing online more than like a somewhat messy, you know, picture of someone's living room, because that's what life actually looks like, and that's the most beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lived-in space is actually much more beautiful than this pristine, white, clean space that is unachievable. Okay, getting into the actual cleaning. I find that for me, it works best if I put it into my morning routine. So, for example, I might get up, I, go make my tea, I walk my dog, I come back, I feed my dog while my dog is eating, then I'll do whatever dishes are in the sink, swap out the dishwasher, put clean dishes away, put the dirty ones in, that kind of thing. And that has really helped, having it be a part of my routine. Same thing at lunchtime. Lunchtime comes around, I have a similar routine, like, okay, I eat my lunch, let the dog out, and then I'll make sure that I put whatever dishes are away. Like, really making it a part of your routine is really just kind of cleaning up after yourself. I find that in the evening times, after I'm done eating, I don't want to clean. I want to relax. I want to have conversation. I want to drink my glass of wine. So I tend to clean better in the morning, and that's just honestly what works for me. If you want to throw it into your night routine to put some dishes away, and sometimes, if Elliot and I, my husband, if we decide that, sometimes it just happens where you clean up after yourself, and that's okay. That's great, actually. But, kind of letting like dishes sit in the sink is better for me, so that I can actually enjoy my time and not worry about cleaning. And then in the morning, it's just a part of my routine to clean up after the night before. And that's just honestly what works for me. However, I work from home, so not everyone has that luxury. But if you like getting up early and you have a couple of hours in the morning, make it a part of your routine to just quickly put those dishes away, and don't worry about it at night. Like, relax in your nighttime routine. I don't know. Okay, this one is an important one, because it's the most trickery, actually. I personally like to treat cleaning as if it's self-care. So just like you like to do your face mask, you like to take a bubble bath, cleaning is actually a form of self-care, because you're looking out for your environment. It does feel good. We all have to be honest. It does feel good to be in a clean space, or, at least like clean. There could be some clutter, but like physically clean. It feels good. It genuinely does. I don't know if there's a psychology behind that, but there probably is. So this is your chance to light a candle while you're doing the dishes, or while you're scrubbing your stovetop or wiping down surfaces, lighting that candle and buying products that make you excited to clean. And this is a big thing for me. When I have a dish soap that's new and smells good, I'm excited. Maybe I'm alone in that, but if you treat yourself to good products, it makes you want to use those products. So, yummy fragrances, good soaps, whatever in that department might make you excited. Like I have a friend who has this laundry detergent that smells almost like a fragrance that you would wear. And that's kind of mind-boggling. It makes you want to do your laundry because you want your clothes to smell that good. You know what I mean? And then also it smells good in your house, because when you run your dryer, let's say, it smells really good. I mean, I'm fortunate that I have laundry within my home. I understand not everybody does, but if you go to the laundromat, let's say, I used to be a laundromat frequenter. Using that soap at the laundromat, you're still bringing home like a good smelling bunch of clothes. So it's pretty exciting. A couple of products that make me excited to clean would be, and just so that and maybe it can inspire you to buy some schmancy products for yourself, you gotta have the Mrs. Meyer's. You don't have to. However, the Mrs. Meyer's, the like fall scents or whatever is like seasonal. Like, I actually bought this maybe 2 years ago, and I still have it because I have a dishwasher, so I don't have to hand wash as much. Like, only a few things are hand washed, but I swap this out seasonally. So in the winter time, I'll put in the, what is it, like snow drops or something. Anyways, I'll swap it out. And then come springtime, I might use a lavender scent or rosemary or something that to me is more spring and summer. And anyways, fall gets exciting because even my husband's like, ooh, I like doing dishes when it smells this good, because it does. The other thing are my biome wipes, which I've talked about in my sustainable home practices. It's a very satisfying packaging. That sound is just really good, and it has like a satisfying, like the way that this hinges. See how it keeps going back? So it's like a good, I don't know why, but I enjoy it. Anyways, these are refillable, compostable wipes. You buy this one time, and then you can refill with all the wipes, and they come in sustainable packaging as well. And these are amazing. They cut down on grease so well. I basically use these for almost everything. Hi, little baddie. You're just adding some Halloween ambiance to the video. I love it. Anyways, those are just a couple products that I really enjoy using and that personally make me excited to clean. Okay, this one is very important, and I know it's not necessarily practical for everybody, but if you can, buy yourself the good tools for cleaning. Having the tools to clean makes your life so much easier, and I'm going to explain. But for example, having a Swiffer wet jet versus having like a mop. The Swiffer wet jet I'm more likely to pick up. It's so much easier to pick up the Swiffer wet jet than it would be for me to get out a bucket and a mop. That's some. Okay. The major thing I want to mention here that has honestly changed my life, because I've never vacuumed more, is getting a Dyson. I know that they're expensive. But having a wireless, I'm sure that there's cheaper ones maybe. I'm gonna stand by this one because I can speak for this one because I've used it. And also, tell me I'm not from the future. I'm just like lightly, okay, this is what it sounds like when you're actually running it. Okay, but when you lightly tap on this, sometimes it happens by accident. It sounds like a laser beam. It's not doing it because I'm under pressure, I guess. Did you hear it? It was a good one. Okay, sometimes it sounds like laser beam and I feel like I'm on an episode of Rick and Morty while I'm cleaning my house. Okay. The reason this is important, and I have the animal version and I will link it, this specific one below, and this is not sponsored, okay? Do you see my amount of subscribers right now? Do you see how many views I get? This is not sponsored. This is just what works for me, and making the switch from a corded, what the fuck is it called? A corded vacuum to a cordless vacuum has made all the difference in the world. Doing stairs, forgot about it. So much easier because we use these, there's so many different attachments that come with, and even my husband likes using it because it's an exciting tool. It's like literally from the future. Look at me. I feel like this is like a Buzz Lightyear situation. And because it hangs in my kitchen, on the wall in my kitchen, it's so easy to just pick it up and vacuum real quick, and then I'll show you. I've already emptied it and I'm gonna face it upwards, but it's so easy to empty it. You just shoot this down into the, oh my gosh, the garbage. And there's this lever that just goes like that, and it empties for you. Right into the trash. You just shoot it into the trash. Okay, and so anyways, this is the animal version of this, and I have 3 pets. I have 2 cats and a dog, and vacuuming my sofa, forget about a lint roller. Forget about it. You'll never waste your time again. These have like certain attachments that it's so easy to vacuum my sofa, and my one cat Shrimpy, he's on there right now. I'll show you. Look at him. He's so cute. You handsome. He lives on my green sofa and he is an orange cat, okay? I can see every single hair that he leaves behind. But there's like certain attachments that are really good for picking up hairs, and it's so much faster and so much easier to use and more sustainable than using the strips, like the lint roller papers, you know, the disposable things. So I'm obsessed with my Dyson. If you don't want to buy it all up front, I actually did this because I had to buy a car and I just was trying to like even out my payments. So I did like a payment in 4, I think through PayPal, or I did Afterpay. But either way, there's options for you to pay different ways for your Dyson if you don't want to buy it all up front. But I seriously can't recommend it enough. It makes you excited to vacuum. It's so much easier because you don't have to like plug it in. You can just quickly zoom around the room and you're done in like 3 seconds, and it's so powerful. It's instead of you're like constantly like going back and forth with your shitty older vacuum, you know? And I will say, I tried to have a Roomba because I thought, hands-free, I don't have to have any time. No time wasted on vacuuming until you spend a half an hour trying to empty the bottom of the thing that gets all stuck. A nightmare. I could have just vacuumed the whole place for 30 minutes instead of me spending a half an hour detangling the bottom of it. No. This has like detangling attachments. The original attachment that goes on the bottom, that it has detangling things. So if you have long hair like I do, it gets everything up. Nothing gets tangled in your vacuum. There's a reason why it's so expensive. You're paying for quality, people, okay? If someone has a suggestion that they think their other brand is just as good or whatever, I went from having a regular Shark vacuum to this, and it's made a world of a difference. A world of a difference. The power on this thing. The power. I mean, come on. I'm from the future. I'm gonna move on from Dyson land. But having tools to help you clean more efficiently is very important. And there you go. That was my whole point. This is my last and final tip. You have to make cleaning a part of your everyday life. One thing that I do is I do one deep clean, sometimes 2 if I get carried away, but 1 deep clean thing a day. Okay? So one day I might wipe down my hood. That was my 1 deep clean thing. That was it. That was all I did. And I used my Exciting Biome wipes, and it got all of the grime and everything off of my range. The next day, I just vacuumed the living room. Okay? The next day, I did the toilet. You have to make it a part of your everyday life, or else when you're gonna have company over, you have a big, massive day of cleaning ahead of you, and you don't have time for that. You actually don't, because you have to go to the grocery store and you have to get all the food for everybody and you have to prepare all the food, and you have to, you have nothing to wear and you have to go pick out a new outfit, whatever it might be. You don't have time to clean your whole house, because then guess what? It becomes a week before you have friends over or whatever. You have this event at your house, company coming over. You're spending an entire week prepping for these people to come over and mess it all up again. So if it's a part of your everyday routine, it's so much easier when let's say, you know, something gets a little out of hand. You just have that one thing to clean, okay? You're a little bit behind on laundry, fine. You just have that one thing to clean. But if you generally have one thing that you do every single day, a different thing that you do every day, and listen, be realistic with yourself. There's one day you're in bed, you're not moving, you're anxious as all heck, you got period cramps, whatever it may be, you just felt like having a Harry Potter movie day. That's self-care, girlfriend. You absolutely should do that. And don't touch a single dish because you deserve to have a break. But every other day, you absolutely should just try to clean one big thing a day. And it'll make such a big difference because then for the most part, people can drop in on you and you're not worried about what your space looks like because guess what? Looks pretty dang good. Okay? So maybe you're starting from the bottom and you're thinking, I'm so overwhelmed. This is way too daunting of a project. My whole house is a mess. I don't know where to begin. It's too exhausting. You don't have to clean your whole house in one day. If you're starting from there and you're going to start to implement these tricks, these tips, these things into your daily routine, start with one small thing. Today, me, Michelle, as to you, my new friend or existing friend who needs to clean their whole dang house, I'm telling you, you know what today you're going to do? All you're going to do is pick up your depression chair. The chair in your room that is piled high with clothes, I just want you to put those away. I don't want you to do anything else. The rest of the house, guess what? It'll be fine. Tomorrow, let's do the dishes, okay? But that's it. Only do the dishes tomorrow, okay? The day after that, that oven, the stove top, it's grimy. There's a lot of mac and cheese dried up all around. So let's focus on that. Let's deep clean just the top of your oven, okay? And so on and so forth. And be kind to yourself and give yourself, 2 weeks to clean your house so that you can start fresh and you can start having these daily routines implemented into your life. Anyways, that is all. Those are my tips. That's how I trick myself into cleaning. Basically, I clean every single day, just a little bit. And then it's not some big thing, And I do have some good tools. I'm equipped. And that really helps. So I hope this video helped you. I hope that you take it easy on yourself and you don't try to look at your house like it's a lost cause, because it's not. You're absolutely going to clean everything. You're going to get it done. You're going to give yourself enough time to do it. I hope that was helpful. I really do. I hope that was helpful. Okay, go light a candle. Get your self-care cleaning gloves on. Okay, I don't even have gloves, but maybe you want gloves. Maybe that would be helpful to you. Maybe the feeling of gross dishwater is just, you can't, because that used to be me. I did have gloves. Now I have a dishwasher. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this inspires you to hit that subscribe button. I do interior design videos related to my own home or just things I like. I also do some vlogs. A lot of the time they're kind of design focused because that's my passion and my obsession, and so therefore it creeps into my everyday life. And that's it. I'm really glad that you watched this, and thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that you will go and watch some more of my videos and send this to your mom, and hit that like, comment, follow me on all their social medias, because sometimes I have interesting things to say and we can be friends and talk about it. Okay. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Love you. Bye.